Greetings, YouTube. This is your good friend, Fragments of Memory, aka the Armchair Philosopher. Last night I was on the phone with a friend of mine and we got into a real heavy discussion. And he laid on me that he was someone that didn't really believe in right and wrong, that there is no right or wrong for him. In fact, he discussed that he even hung out and associated with people that were into activities that, let's just say, weren't legal or socially acceptable. I bring it up not obviously not to air out his dirty laundry, but just to point out that I was thinking about the contrast between him and myself. I myself believe that there is a right and a wrong thing, that there are things you should do and there are things that you shouldn't do. Some of this is attributed to my upbringing, and some of this is to the current religion I'm with now. And excuse me, I gotta bust this Earl Grey tea. It's delicious. But I'm also an advocate of scratch that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, when you're dealing with right and wrong, I believe there is a right and there's a wrong. And he talked about how he openly told me he's not right. He's not spiritual, quote unquote. He's not. He never puts himself on that pedestal, and no one should try to put him on that pedestal. And at least he was being honest with me, and I'll give him his due. That he was being honest with me. That he was not trying to pretend that he was something that he was not. Because too often I think, because many of us who know the right things and the wrong things, we always like to set ourselves up as the one who always does the right thing. And I myself will tell you all that I'm not a saint by any means of the word. However, I think that we should strive to do the right and the wrong things. Not do the wrong things, but strive to avoid the wrong things and do the right things. Unfortunately, not everyone thinks like that. Like the friend I was telling you, with him, there was no right or no wrong. That the real world does not afford one to be moral or to be righteous, if I may be so bold as to use that word. And I would say that yes, I know that there are many temptations and snares and, for lack of a better word, things in this world where one has to make a choice to do the right thing or the wrong thing. Many opt to do the wrong thing. Many opt to give into their temptations. Many opt, and at times I've given into certain temptations or certain wrong things that I shouldn't have done. And I've often thought about that. There are those people that say, is morality a relative thing? Is the right thing usually based on someone's culture and perception, and not is not actually a right universal thing? Or is there a universal criteria or criterion for what is right and what is wrong? What is one's measuring stick as to what is right and what is wrong? For some, it is the Bible if you're a Christian. For some, if you're Muslim, it is the Quran and the Sunnah. If you're Jewish, the Torah. If you're Hindu, it could be the Bhagavad Gita or the Upanishads. If you're a Mormon, it'll be the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. So, and that's from a religious perspective. What about those that might be atheist? What are your, or agnostic? On what basis do you judge a thing that is right or that is wrong? Is it your conscience that you let be your guide, as the Pinocchio? I think the Pinocchio story. Let your conscience be your guide. What makes one say this is right and this is wrong? Is it because Is wrong merely something that you do to someone else and it hurts them or harms them or offends them in some way? Or is wrong something that you do to yourself? Can you wrong yourself? I believe you can wrong yourself because sometimes you don't always act in your best interest. And I can attest that in my own personal life, I myself have not acted in my own best interests. Another thing is I find that people don't seem to not want to do the right thing. People don't want to avoid the wrong things. For example, I know that I shouldn't mess with this type of person, but yet I still go and mess with that person instead of, hey, maybe I need to stay over here and do my thing over here. Instead, I got to go and deal with this other individual who may not be good for me. They may be into something illegal or illicit or immoral. And that gets me into trouble. But yet we still want to act upon those things. And it really just hit me. It hit me like my friend was just telling a truth that, yes, in the sense that he didn't see right and wrong. And I find that's where we differed. And although there are times I've spent time with him and I've never gotten into any trouble with this young man, but just the fact that his view on life is different than mine. It's amazing. It is amazing. So, how do you feel, YouTube? To all those that have either subscribed to me or happen to fall upon this video or who know me, please give me a vid on just or your commentary on just do you think there is right and wrong, and what is your criterion and what is your measuring stick as to what is right and as to what is wrong? I really would like to know. So, thank you very much for tuning in. Take care.